Hi guys, welcome back to the Mr. Meat channel. It's a mad one. I left it a little bit before I did this recording because I needed to catch my breath back and my voice was dead. If you haven't seen my reaction to that goal in the 98th minute, Darwizzy, then make sure you go over to TikTok and go look at my hair as well. My TikTok is Mr. Meat. I've put the reaction on there already. Um, so if you want to go see the reaction, because my live streams are over on Twitch. If you haven't already seen my live streams, I'll be live next week for the big one, Sunday, Man City, Liverpool. Mr. Meat on Twitch, Mr. Meat on TikTok. Subscribe to me on this channel right now if you haven't already. Stop watching this video. Just hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, all that jazz. Helps your boy grow, helps me continue to do this on a more regular basis, Indian Mark Goldbridge and all that business. Um, but 1-0, I mean, mate, what a game of football. It wasn't a spectacle. I mean, I said it in my preview. Going to Nottingham Forest for us isn't an easy task. We've not done a good job there in the past 13, um, in the past 13 league games, anyways. And it was gonna be a hard game left, right. It was gonna be a hard game regardless of the situation. And obviously, our starting lineup we were digging deep, and I think it was getting to a point where the the digging deep was getting to a point where it was going to be a hard game regardless. And I think we were riding our luck on a lot of it. I think Keller made a few good saves to keep us in the game, and Keller just continues to do what Keller does best and prove himself to be the best second choice keeper. I mean, arguably in world football right now, like incredibly incredible player. And I keep saying it's going to be a difficult task to keep hold of him soon because he's pushing to be number one somewhere. And I think maybe we keep him one more season, or maybe we don't. I don't know. Summer's going to be an interesting window for Keller because I think he's at that point now in his career where maybe he's gonna be eyeing up and move away. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he chooses to stay at Liverpool. I'm hoping he does, but we're at that point now where maybe he does want to see move away. But enough about him. Like I can't compliment that guy enough. It's just amazing. Gomez, I'm baffled. Like if we have Endo available, I don't know why we didn't just use him. I said it in the preview. I think today was going to be a day where we needed our full strength team. And we didn't go with our full strength team. We did have the options on the bench. Like, genuinely speaking, maybe the injuries, the people, the Soboslai, Endo, and Darwin, maybe the injuries that they were coming back from were too serious that they didn't feel like they needed to start him. But the game changed completely when they all came onto the pitch in the second half, and we completely changed into a different team, a transformed team, and we looked a lot more composed on the ball. Chances were Darwin was doing Darwin things and just creating chances that are nothing. He was causing problems for the defense. Nottingham Forest, literally every chance that Liverpool had, they were throwing men at the ball, left, right, and centre. And for the most part of that game, I genuinely didn't think we were going to get a goal because every chance that we had, our forward line seemed to be a lot more rash with their decision making. And when it came to scoring and taking shots, they were just cutting across the ball too much. The shots were going wide. The shots were getting blocked. It just didn't look like a very normal Liverpool team compared to the Liverpool teams that we've been seeing in the past 2 or 3 games. This game, maybe a bit of tired legs were there because like it's not no secret we're having 2 or 3 games per week at the moment, and things aren't going to get easier. We got Europa League on Thursday. Um, which I can see a potentially rotated team in that one, but I don't think we see Salah in that one either. I think Salah is going to be fit for the Man City game. I think they're resting him and making sure he's ready for that game and that game alone. Um, but it was a bit of a sticky one today. I mean, the defensive line was as strong as it could be. The Gomez decision was a bit of a 50-50 one. Obviously, I don't know the situation with Endo and what his injury actually was, so that one's a bit, yeah, maybe. Um, I was I wasn't surprised to see Bobby Clark. I mean, I was only surprised to see Bobby Clark with the news of Gomez being CDM. Maybe if we had Endo in the lineup, then I wouldn't be too bothered about Bobby Clark. I think Bobby Clark had a very good game himself. There was one chance in the first half where he took a shot, and I just had flashbacks of Curtis Jones versus Everton. The way he took that shot, from the position he took that shot, it was literally flashbacks of Curtis Jones at Everton. He didn't quite get it perfect, and he did go over. But Bobby Clark looks like a bright star for the future. The starting lineup: Gakpo, Diaz, and Elliot up top. Elliot was very pissed off when he got substituted, and in my honest books, I didn't think he had a bad game. I just think he was very. I think the front three themselves just didn't have a good game. They were very rash in the shooting areas, and they didn't look as composed as I thought they would. And in normal games, they look very much more composed than they were today. A lot of forward press goes on Diaz. I think he's the star man. When you think about when we don't have our main players, I think Diaz is the more experienced guy, and everything's looking at him. And again, a lot of times he cuts inside and takes a shot, and on a normal day, Diaz buries it. But in recent weeks, he's been a lot more rash with his decision making, and the shooting just doesn't look as composed as it has been in the times that we've seen him at Liverpool. But his confidence levels are getting up, and he's willingly taking a shot more often now than he was at one point. So he just needs that goal, and once he gets that goal, he'll be back to himself. And when I say he gets that goal, I mean once he gets that goal that he's creating himself. Like, when he's cutting inside and taking the shot. If he gets one of those goals, his confidence levels will skyrocket high. Gakpo, I think he looked more tired from the front three than the other two. I mean, he did play midweek, and he played in the Carabao Cup final last weekend, so he was probably the more tired out of the lot of them. But he still gave it everything. I seen everything he didn't give up on much. He still performed to the levels that you'd expect him to perform. And but it's just his shooting as well worries me a little bit, because he's a lot more rash when it comes to shooting as well. But it was fine. They made sure they stayed in the game until, I mean, I'm annoyed that we left it until the 98th minute, because that's not good for my high blood pressure and whatnot. But 90, we needed a win. This was a game where a win was compulsory. It wasn't a game where a draw was acceptable. I think if we did draw this game, I think the Premier League title was pretty much slipping away from us. Because Man City tomorrow, I mean, it's not the easiest of games. I think Man City will comfortably beat Man United. I don't think Man United will be too much for them. But Arsenal do have an easy game against Sheffield United, which I see them comfortably demolishing Sheffield United. I can't see Sheffield United doing too much against Arsenal. So knowing that Man City and Arsenal were having games where you'd expect them to win, today's fixture for Liverpool made it a must-win, and the stats behind it weren't in our favor and everything. But this is what I love about this team. Liverpool find a way, and that's what champions do. You find a way to win, even on your day when you're not at your best form. You find a way to win. And Liverpool did that today. I mean, Darwin Núñez, the shit Andy Carroll, the flop Andy Carroll, whatever they want to call him, he seems to be doing bits, and the statistics are there. Like, I don't get why everyone continues to call him a flop when his statistics show that he's doing an amazing job. Maybe the comparison to Haaland is what's killing him, because he's not on Haaland's level, but Haaland's role for Man City is completely different to Darwin's role at Liverpool. So that's why the statistics don't match. But for what Darwin does at Liverpool, I'm grateful for everything, and the statistics are very good in my honest opinion. Yes, there's times where Darwin has rash moments, and he just seems to do the easy things a bit too, like the easy things too hard, and he makes the hard things look too easy. Maybe there is plenty of room for improvement but for what he's giving to the team right now, you can't knock him for it. He's contributing well, and everything is looking well for him. The future is bright for Núñez. I think he's got everything to be a special player. But I need to touch on McAllister. Like, this guy, 98th minute, he's on the swivel, and he's got the moment to literally cross. This potentially is the final chance of the game, and he's on the swivel on his left foot, delivers a pinch perfect cross. Darwin heads it in. Let's not forget, Alexis McAllister cost us £30 million. Like, that's gotta be the bargain of the century. Like, you can't knock it now. the bargain of the century is McAllister, and he's getting my man of the match for this game because I felt like in the whole game he was good. I seen so much fight from the guy. He was just unreal, and £30 million, like £30 million, like the bargain of the century. I think the whole team played well. I don't think we had a bad game. I just think Forest were very good at defending, but they crumbled at the last at the last attack. They cracked, and Liverpool did the bits. Liverpool did the job. I think in general, I'm hoping and praying that a lot of our more senior players are available soon because this digging deep is starting to take its toll on the team, and I don't think we can sustain it for too much longer if we're going to be in the title picture come the end of the season. Um, I think the youngsters get a run out in Europa League on Thursday, but I think we need as strong a team as we can get for next Sunday because Man City game won't be easy. There was chances that we conceded against Forest, right, where Kelleher made the save and he came to our rescue. We get a bigger team now, Man City coming against us. Like, just think of the Haalands, the De Bruyne's, the Fodens, and Alvarez's. Them guys getting those chances against us, they bury them, and it becomes a harder task when we're losing a game like 2-3-0 against Man Cities and whatnot. But we'll talk about that later on in the week when I do a preview on the Man City game. But for now, it's been your boy, Mr. Amit. We enjoy this win. We have got our weekend to enjoy. They've not ruined our weekend. We go into watching the Man City game and the Arsenal game, knowing we've done our bit. We've done our bit. It's now up to them. But like I say, subscribe to me on YouTube if you haven't already. Support your boy Grow and follow me on all my social medias. Mr. Meat on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Instagram is the only one that I can't seem to get Mr. Meat because some Russian meat provider owns it. So Amit V93 on Instagram. Support me as much as you can, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good weekend. Peace.